Hey YouTube, Daniel here from the home of Random Productions 2.0, and I wish you guys a happy and safe Halloween on this lovely Saturday. I welcome you guys to today's video, which is finally the tour of the 5 Days of Stranger House, a game that was created by Ben Croshaw Yahtzee in 2003, and it was a game you got to play on the computer in the DOS format, and it was kind of a horror, murder mystery game type thing. So it was a bit of a scary game when I used to play it back in the day. So I thought it would have been pretty cool to incorporate the game, the house from that game, in the Minecraft world. So the help with my cousin Steven, or Nina, and Zoe, we did exactly that. So this is what the front looks like. Keep in mind to the attic space there. I will explain that to you guys in a little bit. Yeah, this is the front. So this house also contains some new electrical. So these pressure plates will now engage lighting that's set to a 5-minute timer. Each door has a pressure plate to engage the lighting, and no matter how many times you press that pressure plate, it won't lose that 5-minute timer, so it always count down 5 minutes regardless of the fact. So you can keep pressing it and it won't do anything until it turns off, so it can be reset. Also, just to give my 5 Days of Stranger players that's familiar with the game, very much so, the whole series as a whole, I wanted to remind you guys that this is Minecraft and that the structure of the house is not going to be exactly 100% to what you guys are familiar with in the game itself. For example, things might be a bit more bigger. So in the game itself, you're normally viewing things from this perspective, so the back spot here is not here, and maybe the doors are a little bit more down and things, but just keep an open mind while you guys are seeing the house and stuff like that. But for now, this is the main front entrance, and although you don't start here technically, you start from a window on the second floor. It's the best way to kind of start the intro. So I'm going to cross-reference the game itself, 5 Days of Stranger, with each room that I'm in the game in Minecraft. So for now, I'm going to show you guys the front entrance foyer from the game. So welcome back. We're now going to proceed upstairs. Upstairs is hallway lighting. Works in the same concept as the downstairs foyer. This pressure plate here will engage the lights. As well as the same pressure plate will engage the downstairs lights, assuming that you've been up here for more than 5 minutes. It will allow for the lighting to go on when you go downstairs. The first floor, the first room I mean, we're going to go into is the office, which is the room you technically start the game in. You enter via this window here, and so the story of the game is that this house has been left abandoned. The last family members died, and they were known for having money and stuff, so you, being a cat burglar, wanted to come and raid the place and see what you can get. So this would have had a safe which had nothing in it, and then after kind of investigating this room and trying to find stuff, you end up discovering that you're trapped. The window you came through is now locked and you're not allowed to leave. So the only thing you can really do is progress towards the hallway and explore the house. So let me just cross-reference this office from the game itself. So the next room we're going to see now is the library, and do keep in mind in the game itself you access each area at a different date. For example, I believe day 2 or 3 is when you finally get into the library, and in the library you get to obviously find mystery books and things that help you progress in your main objective of the game, as well as you get to find a map of the house and stuff. And Zoe did the library, and she kept pretty good with the design of the actual game, because what I did is Nina and Zoe helped me with the furniture layout and stuff, and Zoe, although playing beside me with her iPad, she knew what I wanted, so then I would just send a picture to Nina, and Nina was able to do the other rooms of the house. So in the library, there's actually a pile of books on the floor, and then there's a chair here. So Zoe thought it would be pretty funny to put this notebook thing here that says, "Hi, this is a random book for this building." Because in the game it has a book, so this is the book that is in the game. So you are reading this for no reason. Well, hi, I'm Zoe, and I love Shawn Mendes. Yep, she loves Shawn Mendes. What are you gonna do? Yeah. So again, like I said, in the library you find summoning spirits books and family history and things like that. So let me just quickly show you guys the library. Okay, so let's turn off the light and we will proceed to the next room. Rooms is the bedroom. So there's the son's bedroom, which is a door that's locked from the inside of the room, which you can't get into. But then you can open the master bedroom finally. And in the master bedroom, you get to find the parents' master bedroom and utilize this window to use your umbrella hookshot to hop over to the next window. So here's a great example of this room being way bigger than what it really is in the actual game, 5 Days a Stranger. This is not technically here. So your character normally would be right about here viewing the camera of the game itself. The window is probably a couple more blocks over. But yeah, for the most part, this is what you're seeing. But given that we've had to expand the house for hiding redstone electrical, that's why a lot of the walls are 3 or 4 blocks in length. It helps hide the middle. The middle layers are what you utilize to hide the redstone, and then also just to kind of fill in the space, I thought it would be cool to do his and her closets, just because that's the master bedroom. At the same time, I'll now show you guys the the son's bedroom. Oh, the lights just turned off. All right, let's get that to turn back on. Oh, there you go. See, now it's turned back on. Here's the son's bedroom. It's a lot more smaller and probably more practical to the actual size in the game. And each room has its own different light design. And so you would come through this window, and you find like the son's teddy bear and some other things that help you kind of figure out what happened in this house. Okay, let me quickly show you guys the 2 rooms. All right, let's just finish off the upstairs here. So, remember when I said to keep a memory of the upper roof attic space? In the game, although you don't technically get to access it, this doesn't even exist. This is just a wall. I thought it would be pretty cool to incorporate access to that space, just, for fun, and the kids in the future can actually decorate up here with whatever they want. So again, keep in mind that this space is non-accessible in the game at all. It was just an Easter egg that I thought would be fun to add. Alright, and for now I wanted to just give you guys a cross reference of the hallway. And then the last room I will show you up here is the washroom. Okay, off to the washroom we go. So the washroom again has its own type of lighting. Ornina did the washroom design. Again, I just sent her a screenshot of the game itself, and then just she did the design. In the actual game, this is kind of where your first encounter of an actual boss fight per se, although you don't technically fight the boss. It's kind of on the 4th day. The killer is trying to chase you, and then he comes into the washroom, and you just pull the carpet from one right underneath him, and then you find out that it was one of the main characters of the game that was helping you escape, which they ended up being possessed and so on and so forth. In the 5th day of the game, you technically get to find these bones hidden underneath the tile, which is a big part of the game in helping you succeed the mission and the objective. So, in addition to what Ornina did, I gotta admit, I love this window pane glass style ledge thing. This is kind of cool. Better than just using square glass blocks. Alright, let me give you guys a quick washroom look. Okay, time to go to the first floor. I wonder if the light's off. Oh, the light's off. Okay, down we go. So, the lighting is off. As we step on, you can see that it just turned on. There we go. So, the next room we're going to check out are the dining room. So, the dining room itself has... it's probably a lot different than what it actually looks like in the game. Keep in mind the table would technically be like in front of these doors, and then you'd walk around it. But given we had to extend the house pretty big, the table got moved here. But I thought it would be pretty cool to make a sticky piston table. Not exactly why, or piston table, but I thought it'd be pretty cool. So that's that. And also this lighting system in here is another new electrical system, which is a two-way lever system. You gotta make sure it's kind of, yeah, so when you walk into the room from this door, turn it on, lights on, and let's say you wanted to go into the kitchen, you turn this light off, and so on and so forth. But if this is down and that's up, it won't work. So let me quickly show you guys the dining room. Okay, off to the kitchen we go. So this is the kitchen, and again, here's the 3 to 4 block layered wall thing I talk about. And so the big difference here is in the game itself. When you enter through the kitchen, everything technically would be on the right side of the game, and then you'd enter the backyard this way. But in this circumstance, you'd be going to the front door, which gives me the impression everything's reversed, so it worked out better putting everything to the left. And although things are not as far in the game itself, this is how this turned out. And there's actually a working fridge that Zoe did. Oh, there you go. I got some raw pork chops. Let's get rid of that. And here's your cauldron, some cutting boards, prepping tables, whatever you want to call them. And lighting. Interesting concept, the tile concept. At some point, I guess we can build a table here. Might as well fill that space. There's the outside. Okay. Let me just quickly show you the kitchen. So the next area I'm going to show you guys is the backyard. Eventually, at some point in the backyard, your car ends up being put here, which helps you get your umbrella hook shot. No, not your umbrella. You bring that with you. Your lockpick and things like that, and that's how you're able to start opening some of the doors. That's usually day 2. And then, again, here's the windows where you can hop from each other. There's actually this tree that you technically have to cut. At some point, you're allowed inside the shed. In the shed here, you're able to get a pickaxe, which is technically on the floor, to end up breaking a hole in a wall, so it comes in good use, as well as a 2-man handsaw thing that you would use to cut trees. Yeah, so let's go back outside. In addition to that, there's the pool, and over here in the backgrounds, there's this guy you get to meet. I think is Ben or something. He is trying to dig a holes here because he's trying to find the tombs that are buried underground, which might contain treasure. So he's technically a treasure hunter. So he has a metal detector, and you need to prove to him that the tombs are at the front of the house, and then eventually when you get access to the library, you're able to show him where the tombs are, and end up eventually finding the button to drain the pool. In the beginning of the game itself, you find one of the first characters you get to meet, AJ. He runs away and is never been to see it. He never gets found again until you eventually drill the water from the pool, and you come into the pool and you investigate the situation, and you find him dead here on the floor with his throat being cut with a big welder style knife. So that's the backyard. I'll just fill up the pool again. Yeah, so let me quickly show you the backyard. The next area we're going to check out is the hidden basement. So in the beginnings of the game, in reality, there's no hole here, so it's just a completed wall. Eventually, when you find the map, which you use to give to Ben to get the metal detector, you discover that there's a stairs heading to a basement or cellar, whatever you want to call it. So you utilize the pickaxe to make a hole in the wall. And Zoe did this sticky piston wall thing to give access to that. And then you can turn this light on by doing this. This should technically be off. Give you guys that feel. Is it off? Yeah, okay. So you got the light on here. This is the basement. You would turn on the lights, and you would end up discovering that there's these chains here, which later on in the game itself, you end up discovering that you find a dad and a son being buried here, bones, and discover that this area was a kid that was sleeping, and he's now the person you find up on the washroom floor, and he's the person that's possessing people to become like a murderous killer guy. So let me quickly show you guys the basement. Alright guys, welcome back. Let's conclude. So, let's just close this wall here. Close the lights. Wrong way, wrong way. Lights are still on, good. Next rooms. Aha, the blue room. So here in this room is the main room where you technically sleep for 5 days, as well as in-house meetings and things like that happen here a lot. So this is where you gather information and kind of communicate with your peers in the house to figure out ways to escape and whatnot. So I'm just going to show you all these next 3 rooms in consecutive order. Again, keep in mind with this part of the house that it's not exactly 100% to the game itself. So from what we discovered is that if you look at the map of the game, it kind of shows that there's supposed to be a hallway that joins this room to the next room, which would go straight and then left. But because there's no room to make a hallway or anything in there, it didn't work out. Also in the game itself, when you just go through this door, you spawn to the TV room, so there's no hallway that you will go through. I will show you that kind of design in the game footage so you can see what I'm talking about. So in theory, when you walk into the TV room, this door technically would be straight, but in that case you'd be walking to the front of the house and not going to the other room. So let's proceed to the next room. This is the Fireplace Lounge. Over here you end up meeting the first character of the game, which ends up, well, the second character, which ends up being Ben. This technically would be on this side along forth with everything else, but again, like I said, from where your camera angle character is and stuff, it's different in the Minecraft world. So you would be seeing it from like this, and then you should be coming out of that wall, but no, it's this way in the game. And this is supposed to symbolize the idol that's possessed, so it holds the soul of the demented child that was living in that cellar area, basement, that was tied to those chains. So yeah, the fireplace, as anything else, has the working style of everything else in my Minecraft world. This just opens the door. This is just the lights. Okay. Let me quickly show you guys this room.